Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome to episode 13 of the Double L Big Sheet podcast. Had to take a couple of days off to refocus and reflect. Hope everyone enjoyed the All-Star game and all the festivities over the weekend. Really fun three-point shootout, skills challenge, and dunk contest. The All-Star game was a lot of fun to watch too. Ton of points in that game. Team LeBron led a 20-point comeback to come back and beat Team Giannis. They scored a ton of points in that game. It was very fun to watch. A lot of great dunks, a lot of threes. If you had the over, you were good to go there. It's Monday. We've got 4 nationally televised college basketball games that I want to give you some insight and information on. We'll just get right to it so we can be quick here. First one on my list here is Virginia at Virginia Tech. This is 4 o'clock Pacific time on ESPN. Virginia comes in at 22-2. Virginia Tech comes in at 20-5. Vegas has a spread at Virginia minus 5.5 on the road, over under 119.5. Really low total there, as expected. Virginia is favored because they're a little bit better. They are 7-1 on the road this year. Virginia Tech's 12-1 at home. Something has to give. They've played already. They played January 15th, and Virginia won 81-59 down in Charlottesville. So this is the second game. Virginia's looking to sweep the season series from VTech. Virginia comes in, obviously, with their trio of great guards with DeAndre Hunter, Kyle Guy, and Ty Jerome. Virginia Tech's going to counter that with Kerry Blackshear Jr. He's their do-it-all guy. He's their go-to guy on that team. So those are your players to watch out for in this game. Both teams are coming off a couple of wins. They've both won 2 in a row. So should be a low-scoring game. They both like to run that half-court offense, play good defense, and get good shots. They're at the bottom of the nation in pace. They both want to play real slow and lock you down and play that half-court offense and just try to get good shots. They usually run about 15 to 20 seconds off that shot clock before they hoist up a shot. So keep that in mind when you're looking into betting it. It should be a really good game. I look for Virginia Tech to play a little bit better than they did in that first game and keep it a little bit closer. Losing by 22 on the road, now they're at home, and they're really good at home. I think that's going to be a great game. Second game on my list is Illinois at Wisconsin. Illinois is actually one of the hottest teams in the country. Illinois is coming in winning 4 in a row. They are 10-15, so they were 6-15, and they've won 4 in a row since. Wisconsin's lost a couple in a row. They come in at 17-8. Illinois is 1-5 on the road, and Wisconsin is 8-3 at home. It's a tough place to play at the Breslin Center there in Madison. It's going to be a tough game. Illinois has been on fire, though. Trent Frazier's playing some of the best basketball in the Big Ten. Illinois' do-it-all point guard. They're going to look to speed up Wisconsin. Illinois' tempo is way faster. They score 74 a game and give up 75. So Illinois wants this to be a shootout. Wisconsin's more of a slower pace. Get the ball down low to Ethan Happ, let him go to work. And, if he's trying to get 25 and 10 every night, Wisconsin joins Virginia and Virginia Tech in. It's one of the slowest paced teams in the nation. So it's going to be a contrast to styles. They have played already. Wisconsin beat them 72-60 back on January the 23rd. So the 2 key players are Trent Frazier for Illinois and Ethan Happ for Wisconsin. Contrast to styles, like I said. Whoever can kind of control the tempo of this game, I think, is going to take it. Vegas has the line at Wisconsin minus 9.5, over under 136. So that could change by game time. Keep looking at that because the game's not till 5 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, so you got some time. Check out some line movement there, see where the money's going and everything like that. Like I said, I think whoever controls the pace of this game, I think if Illinois can speed up Wisconsin, they got a shot to definitely cover that big number. If Wisconsin can kind of run their style and slow Illinois down, then it's going to be a tough uphill battle for Illinois. Usually the better team can control the tempo. So Wisconsin obviously is more talented, but Illinois is on fire and they're playing with a lot of confidence. Our third game is Kansas State at West Virginia. This is like the game of people that aren't playing. Dean Wade is Kansas State's best player. He got hurt in Saturday's loss to Iowa State. They're also losing their six-man Cartier Diarra. He's their sixth man for them, and he's out. So it's going to be all up to Snead for Kansas State to put up buckets. West Virginia has been playing with like half a roster all year. Obviously, they just kicked off Harris and Ahmed off the team. And then Konate's been out pretty much the whole season. So, I mean, they're going to be looking for Lamont West to really light it up. Those two players on each respective teams there can shoot. It's going to be probably more of a defensive game with all of these players being out. Kansas State's coming in at 19-6. West Virginia's 10-15. West Virginia obviously has lost a few in a row. They did play. I'm looking here. They did play on January 9th, and Kansas State beat them up in Manhattan 71-69. But that was when West Virginia had those two players. This is a weird game, guys. I mean, with all these injuries, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. I don't really have much faith in my West Virginia Mountaineers as they've been looking real bad lately, not playing the best basketball, really sloppy, a lot of turnovers, and that's what Kansas State does is they turn you over. Kansas State's holding their opponents to 60 points a game. West Virginia's giving up 75 a game. So, I mean, if Kansas State could put some buckets in the hole here, it should be a pretty easy win for them. West Virginia's decent at home, but it's tough when you have all these injuries. It's been a really bad year for the Mountaineers, the worst since Huggins has been the coach. Worst season I can remember. West Virginia, obviously, like I said, coming in at 10-15. I mean, we haven't finished below 500 in a decade. So, crazy game there. Vegas has the line at Kansas State minus 6.5, over under 131.5. Keep an eye on that as well. You never know what's going to happen in games like this where there's all these injuries. Really tough game to bet for me personally, just because West Virginia, obviously I have emotions in it, but I don't really have much faith. My last game's TCU at Oklahoma State. This is 6 o'clock ESPNU. These guys played a really good game less than 2 weeks ago, February 6th at TCU. TCU won 70-68. Now they're coming into Stillwater as a 3-point favorite. Over-unders at 139.5. TCU's looking at Alex Robinson and Desmond Bain. Those are the two studs for them that really fill it up. Oklahoma State's got a variety of guys that can have big nights. Obviously, TCU's the better team, coming in at 17-8. Oklahoma State's 9-16 and last in the Big 12. So this is a game where obviously TCU's a better team, but we all know in Division I basketball it's really hard to win on the road. Oklahoma State, it's a good matchup for them. That's why I think Vegas has the line so low at 3, because they did hold them, down in the first game. They were actually winning that game the majority of the time, and TCU came back at the end to squeak it out. So this second game should be really good. Oklahoma State's always a tough place to play, regardless of how talented their team is. So take a look at that. You might see some good value on the home dog there, potentially. So, those are the 4 games today, guys. Thanks for watching episode 13. I'm going to post this up right now, and you guys have a happy and safe Monday and everything, and we'll talk tomorrow.